No one understands how valuable clean water is until they don't have it. I have lived in 5 different countries where access to safe water was unavailable, and people had to buy water to drink it. And that means the most vulnerable society does not have the appropriate access to clean water, resulting in illnesses, early childhood death, and long-term problems for senior citizens. COVID has only exacerbated the need for clean water. It is just so critical that communities have access to clean water to maintain the health and safety of their people.
This safe and clean water for the community means a lot, because we might remember that the water from this area of Hammanskraal was undrinkable. It is well known that the water sometimes from the supplied by the municipalities is not drinkable.
This school is based in a poverty-stricken area. Unfortunately, it's even if it's next to the mall, but does not supply. So this partnership is going to be community-based, because even the community can come in and out to collect some water.
Us as DuPont, I think for humanity, we want to make sure that the communities that we live around in and the cities as well as the people we live around have access to clean water. And we also want to make sure that this resource is protected and is used sparingly and carefully.
Globally, over 1 billion people lack access to safe drinking water. Here in South Africa alone, almost 3,000 schools just in Gauteng alone do not have access to clean water. If you look at, for example, in areas such as Hammanskraal in Temba, where we are right now, the tap water from the municipality has been certified to be unsafe to drink. So we found that this is one of the most important things when it comes to a school, to a clinic, and other areas of importance where communities gathers the most, where you have access to safe drinking water.
Today, we wouldn't be here without the partnership between DuPont and Murendeni. We started him on this journey, but he was the one that envisioned this. He was the one that garnered the partnership. We would not be at this school without the partnership of DuPont.
Looking at this initiative is very much important, because as a community, as a public entity, working with partnerships like DuPont, American Embassy, is going to benefit the school. So it's very much important if we work together to facilitate the health of learners, especially learners staying in the area. So it's very much important so that we make sure that the learners, the community are healthy.
Learners will be at school at all times and they will be confident to drink the water. It will eliminate some of the diseases that we incur in our school in most of the time, like for example diarrhea on most of the learners. So this water is going to be very much of importance to us as a school. Thank you.
It means a lot, because at least I know that we are safe from viruses like cholera and malaria. So that means at least we rely on school for clean water. So that means a lot, because of the DuPont company helped us a lot. And because of we are now safe, we'd like to say thank you.
What's special about this water system that we've installed here is it uses what we call an ultrafiltration system, which is a technology that is an absolute barrier to suspended solids. It removes bacteria, it removes viruses, and it has what we call a log 6 bacteria removal, which is equivalent to 99.999% removal of bacteria. So the water produced by this system is safe for drinking immediately after, although if we are to store it, we'll have to use a disinfectant like chlorine.
World Water Day is a day when we remember that water is a scarce commodity around the world. It's a finite resource that we have around the world. And sometimes we take it for granted that all communities have access to clean water when that's not actually the case.
Our mission is to bring water to everyone within the African continent. We've got a vision of bringing 5 million liters of water every month over the next couple of months. It's very, very important that we partner with big organizations and organizations that have far reach in order for us to reach that goal.
This water system can supply anything between 4,000 to 5,000 liters per hour. Right now we estimate that we can do about 5,000 liters an hour continuously supplying to the school.
We invest in people, but in turn, we need the investment in the infrastructure, and that's where DuPont is so critical in this issue. And we're extremely grateful for their support here, extremely grateful for what they're doing, we're extremely grateful for their vision, and we're extremely grateful that they have chosen to invest in the youth of South Africa for its own future.
The UN has many sustainable development goals. One of the critical ones, I would say, is access to clean water and sanitation. And we do a lot of work in the different communities. We've got different solutions. And this is one of the critical ones. Us as a water business, we ensure that communities have access to clean water. But not just today as we are here at the school. One of the SDGs is education, quality education for all. And we're doing this specifically for this school to ensure that we can help them. And when we help them, the community that they live in also is able to thrive. And actually, thriving communities as well as cities is one of the SDG goals as well. So you're looking at 3 in total that we think are helping out with the work that we're doing today.
We're using Kusini Water macadamia nutshell activated carbon, which is very, very important in removing things such as organics, taste and bad foul smell in water.
What we have done here is we have dug a borehole, which is our main source of water. And what we have found in the borehole is it contains E. coli, which is a bacteria. It also contains turbidity, which is suspended solids. And also looking at the water, it has a bit of color as well. So what we have installed here is we've installed a carbon filter, activated carbon, which removes the organics, which includes the color forming compounds, and it also removes the weird taste or awful taste from the water. And the ultrafiltration system now takes care of the bacteria and also the turbidity, which is how it produces clean, safe drinking water.
We partnered with DuPont to bring in not just the resources, the financial resources, but also the technology that helps to purify this water. We also partnered with the US Embassy in South Africa that helps us to train, empower, and to coordinate young people that are within communities where we operate to operate these treatment systems, to run these treatment systems, and also get business opportunities out of it as well. So we find that partnership is one of the best ways that we can solve the global water shortage issue. And I think we would be amiss to not say thank you to DuPont as well as the US Embassy for the support.
Training is critical when a project like this is set up. Without the community involved, a project like this will not be sustained. The community has to understand how important it is. They have to have an investment in it. So the training will help this project maintain its long-term investment.
Here we use granular activated carbon to remove taste compounds and also to remove some of the color forming compounds. And the main technology which we've installed here is ultrafiltration, which removes the bulk of the bacteria. It removes turbidity from the water so that it complies with the drinking, with the South African national standards for drinking water.
As part of the sustainability goals and to make sure that the water treatment plant is sustainable and runs smoothly, we added to the project a kiosk to supply safe, clean water to the community. The kiosk is located in Hammanskraal, Temba at Reneilwe Primary School. The kiosk will supply clean, safe water to the community.
This water kiosk will then do 2 things. The first will do what we call a connect to the community, because the community will then now be connected to the school. And secondly, it will assist the school to have a revenue. The revenue that will then assist the school where there are some gaps, and further to make sure that it runs the kiosk so that it must be a long-term thing and it becomes sustainable.
We looked at a couple of things when it comes to choosing the location where we're putting our treatment system. One of those requirements will need to be that there needs to have a strong leadership within that school. The principal in this school is one of the strongest leaders we've seen. The school is clean. It's never been messy ever. Every time I come here, the school is clean. The governing body is well in touch with what's happening in the school, and they very much have the vision of being a big community player within the community that they operate in. We want to work with people that have a vision to change lives. They know that they can change lives in the classroom by teaching learners, but they also understand that the learners' lives extend beyond just the classroom. Things such as water, clean sanitation is very, very important. So we partner with this school because we know that they've got a great vision, a great leader, and a great system that operates the school.
So we are much happier, we're much confident that now we have presented a safety to the people who are around our community. Remember, in our school, we believe in one thing, that 70% of the learners being at school must be about safety, and only 25% must be about learning and teaching. So this coming in of Kusini into the picture have helped us to attain our goal of 70% safety and 25% of learning and teaching in our school.
In most households, women are running and looking after the kids and the household. So as part of this project, the water that will be supplied from the kiosk will be a safe, clean water that the women from the community will be using. And the water will be supplied at a minimal cost, and the revenue from this project will go back to the servicing of the water treatment plant.
We sponsor this project because us as a technology provider, there's many things that we do, and we are able to ensure that we can take water that's dirty and we are able to clean it to make it good for drinking and good for use, not just for humanity, but also for industries. And we do a lot of work with the industries around. We sponsor this project specifically in this area because we do work with the community around here, with the industries around here, and we want to make sure that the community around here also benefits.
Endless possibilities.